Welcome everyone to Season 5 of Saving Swans. We're at the first game of the season. There's been lots of transfer activity both in and out of the club, which we're going to get into shortly. And also, as you can tell by the thumbnail, we've actually moved away from the Liberty Stadium this season. So, Swansea fans, if you're going down the Liberty to watch a home game today, don't bother. There's a massive sign outside saying that we moved. So, let's get into it, guys, because we've got a lot to go through as far as transfer activity. What is happening, guys? My name is Adam. I am a Super Swan, and welcome to episode 46 of the Saving Swans series. It's the first episode of Season 5, and as you can see in front of us, Manchester City are our first opponents today, but we've got a lot to go through in this episode, and a few things that I missed off at the end of the last episode, because we saved the video, I was rendering it through, I was continuing through the game, and two important pieces of information have come in. So we're going to address the first important piece of information, and that is the board have agreed to expand the stadium. So I'm going to take it to past me to explain the situation. So this has happened after I've already rendered the video for episode 44. So this is going to be on for the next episode for the start of season 5. The board have announced plans to enlarge the stadium by 10,000 seats. Initial estimate indicates that the plan work will cost 19 million. But it looks like the council is going to pay for the stadium. Fantastic. It looks like that anyway. So it's going to take about a year and a bit to complete. So with the development, we're going to be ground sharing next season with Bristol City at Ashton Gate. So we're going to be playing in Bristol next year. So we're not even going to be home next season. We're going to be playing in the 24,000 Ashton Gate. So it's going to be all very, very, very weird next season. But that's all I think we need to report. Also, Milic breaks the goal scoring record. Lucas broke the assist record. He broke the record for most player of the matches. Timo Horn broke the clean sheet record by, for Christ, 5 clean sheets he dropped that by. But yeah, pretty much it. So back to future me to carry on with the rest of the start of season 5. Thank you very much, past me. So there we are, guys. We're going to be playing in Bristol this season, which is an hour and a half's drive from Swansea. So it's not going to feel like a home game, but it's only for this season. So we're going to have to soldier on and make Ashton Gate our new fortress for the year. Also, I'm going to hand you back over to past me because the top 4 teams in last season's Premier League didn't qualify for the Champions League. Again, past me will explain the details. More breaking news since I rendered the video. Arsenal will miss out on a place in the 2021 Champions League despite securing a top 3 position in the Premier Division. They failed to gain a licence for this competition due to financial reasons. That is insane. So even if we finished 5th, we would have got into the Champions League, I think. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So Chelsea sneak into the Champions League via Arsenal not getting a licence. What is going on there? Jurgen Klopp at Arsenal, mate, what are you doing? That is so random. So, back to future me to, go talk to the rest, because clearly I can't press continue before rendering a video. Over to you, future me. So, there we have it. Arsenal have not qualified due to financial reasons. I still can't work out why. Because, I mean, if we look at Arsenal, right, they're rich. They're rich beyond their wildest dreams. To be fair, they've only brought in one player this season, and they have had to sell Irving Lozano to Leverkusen. So financial fair play must have crippled them going forward. But that's Arsenal. We don't want to worry about them. We want to worry about Liverpool. Liverpool? I'm a Liverpool fan. It keeps slipping out. We need to worry about Swansea City. So we're going to have a look at the transfer history. And I feel as if I need to address the outs before I address the ins. So Kyle Norton's gone to Fulham for just under £1 million. He wasn't getting game for us, to be fair. He was 3rd choice right back behind Sebastian Young and Montoya, so he wasn't getting games for us, so we managed to cash in on him. But the first major departure is Rodrigo Carrio to Guangzhou for £40 million. I mean, they put a bid in for like 20 odd mil. I made a stupid counter offer. I said, if you give me, 41 million, you can have him. And they were like, okay, yeah, 40 million sounds okay. I wasn't going to turn down 40 million because that is ridiculous money. So Rodrigo Carrio has left the club. He was with us for 2 seasons, and to be fair, he was a fantastic centre-back for us. 6.99 first season, 7.14 in the second season. He's a top quality centre-back, and we will miss him. Lucas Moura, so he has left the club. £75 million, maybe rising to 92, depending on what achievements he gets, which I think is related to appearances. So, the talisman of Swansea has left, very similarly to Rodrigo Carrio. 75 mil, I just could not turn down. As much as I don't want to be a selling club, I think in order to get Swansea to the next level, and to get the quality of players I want to get in, we need some money. So, again, Lucas, he was with us for 2 seasons, 11.75 million, we sold him for 75, a fantastic return. 7.63 first season, 7.56 the second, 35 goals in the league, a servant to the club. And if we look at his information, it said he loved Swansea when he was at the club. Maybe he doesn't love us anymore. But anyway, it's sad to see him go, and we are going to miss him. Other than that, there's just been some loan signings going out, really. So we've had £110 million come in, along with our 50 million transfer budget. So we've only spent 79 million. So we haven't even really, we spent the Lucas Moura money, but we haven't really spent much money net spend. So we're going to go through all the players coming in. So Zachary Paul, now this is a very interesting signing. So he's 20 years old, Australian international. We picked him up from Melbourne City for some ridiculous price of 825k. I was looking for a DM, so I sent my scouts out on a report to find me a DM. And they found this guy, and he's an absolutely amazing player. 3-star current ability, potentially 5-star potential. And we picked him up for less than £1 million. We've pretty much plucked him from Melbourne City in Australia. No other clubs were in for him. I looked at his stats. I mean, you can see for yourself. 17 teamwork, 16 determination, 19 work rate, amazing physicals. He is nearly ready for first team football. In fact, he pretty much is a first team footballer at this point. So he's going to be rotating in for Marcus Llorente as DM. He can play DM, but his better role is ball-winning midfielder. But we are going to train him on DM because we need to get his tackling up, his concentration up as well. But the rest of the stats, he is outstanding. And to get him in so cheap is absolutely amazing. So fair play to my scouts. They was all my scouts, to be honest with you. And another one from my scouts picked up was Favio De Luca, who's a 4-star midfielder, 5-star potential. We picked him up for 9 million from Boca Juniors. And again, I was just looking to, because obviously we experimented with the midfield last season, I wanted to get in another strong midfielder to sort of bolster the ranks. And he's as good as Miguel Almiron. He can play Mazzella, which is fantastic. He can play deep line playmaker, which is also fantastic. I think I'm going to rotate him, though, between basically Mazzella, advanced playmaker, and roaming playmaker. But, I mean, roaming playmaker, he's got all the stats for a roaming playmaker, as well as Mazzella. So he's going to be one to watch out for in the future in the midfield. He's probably going to be starting, to be honest with you. So we needed to replace Lucas Moura. And in fact, we bought Brian Bolo in as we were negotiating with Man City. So we've bought him just a month beforehand as it goes. But 22 million for Brian Bolo. So he is, again, we got him in for quite cheap, to be honest with you. 4-star current ability, 4-star potential ability. He can play either up front as a complete forward or as a wing as a Rom Deuter. I'm going to probably play him as Rom Deuter for the season, to be honest with you, because he's going to be the Lucas Moura replacement. And as far as Rom Deuter goes, he's got 17 balance, 14 stamina, all the stats needed. 16 off the ball, 17 work rate, 14 finishing, 15 first touch. So those two could be a bit better. But I'm excited to see what's going to come of Bryan Mbolo. He is the Lucas Moura replacement. He's only 24 years old as well. And plus the fact he can play right along the front line. He can play striker, right wing. He can play attacking mid as well if we need to. Maybe left wing if we're desperate. But he is definitely going to be, hopefully, one of our key players this season. So, I've brought in another striker, Jose from Palmeiras, or SEP, as they called it in the game. He's the attacking midfielder. Oh, we'll get to the striker in a minute. So, he's an attacking midfielder. My scouts told me he had 5-star potential. So, I initially bought him as backup for Angel Correa, but I felt as if I wanted to loan him out, and my scouts told me, or my assistant manager told me, it might be best to loan him out to get some first-team experience. So we've loaned him to Brighton for the season, so we're hopefully going to get him some Premier League experience. 2.5-star current ability, and 5-star potential ability, and he's already looking quite nice. 16 dribbling, 16 finishing, 17 technique. Mentals are pretty good as well. The physicals are only going to get better. He's 19, he's Brazilian, but he also has Italian nationality. So we didn't need to get a work permit for him or anything like that. So he's on loan, so hopefully he's going to develop at Brighton this season. So a couple of these are free transfers from, I think my youth development guy was bringing these in. So we've just looked at him. Walter Barreto, my youth development guy, brought him in. He's alright, I guess. He's on a free transfer. We've loaned him out to Partick Thistle. I think he had 3-star potential, so I don't think he's really one we're going to be looking out for. So, the Rodrigo Carrio replacement, Alexander Bonin, 15 million. I think we got him in from FK Austria Wien. My scouts were I think he had a 95 scout report. He was like, yep, buy this guy, he is amazing. And to be fair, 3.5-star current ability, potential 4.5-star potential ability. And we look at the stats. I mean, mentals are amazing. He's got pace, 16 tackling, 12 heading, 6 foot tools. He's a bit on the short side, but he's going to be the Rodrigo Carrio replacement. And he's 20 years old, so we're getting youngsters in with the potential to improve in this team. Volchnikchov, again, my youth development guy brought him in. 4-star potential ability, 1.5-star. He's going to be in the under 23, so we're not going to worry too much about him. The striker we've brought in is Jomar from Santos. He looks to be a brilliant striker. So he is 19 years old. So again, wonder kids we're bringing in. He's 6'5", 16 strength, 17 jumping reach, 18 balance. He's got 14 finishing, and he's got so much good stats. A lot of green. Mentals are fantastic. So he's going to be rivaling Milic for a first team appearance this season. But he can play target man, so we need to mix it up a bit. He can play as target man or complete forward. So he's definitely one we're going to be playing in the season. So we've got 3 decent strikers at the club. We've got Milic, Mbolo and Jomar. Although, to be fair, Jomar is probably going to be first choice on the striker, because Mbolo is going to be playing on the wing. Harry Wilson's coming on a free, so the guy who was our backup right winger last season, Liverpool released him, so I took the opportunity to sign him on a full-time deal. He's going to be playing right backup for right wing. He can also play left wing and in the middle if we're desperate. So hopefully the leg break's not going to affect him too bad. His physicals have gone down a bit, but he's literally just going to be a rotation option for us if we need someone in. Our last signing was Jonathan from Sporting Gijon for 4.8 mil. He's going to be, again, under 23s and another attacking midfielder. So if we need someone to come in, he's going to be rotating in. 2-star current ability, potential 4-star potential ability. So again, someone we're going to be keeping an eye on as far as development goes. So that's the transfers we've made. We look at the schedule and we've got 2 tough games to start with. We've got Man City at home and Ashton Gate, and we've got Spurs away at New White Hart Lane. So it's not the most strongest starts for us, if I'm honest with you. But we are going to crack on with the game. As far as formation goes, I'm not fully convinced with this formation yet, so we are going to go to our usual 4-2-3-1 formation. So I'm going to rotate this team a little bit. And also the problem I found is my team are not fit. My team are not, I don't know what happened in pre-season, but my team are just not fit. And Bolo's also injured, which does, that's something I want to cover as well. So we look at the injuries. We've had 2 major injuries before the season even begins. And we've got Angel Correa, he's out for 2 to 7 days for blisters, so he's not going to play. And Breeden Bolo's got a pulled calf muscle, and he's back, I think, pretty much by the next game. He should be available for us. So 2 of our best players not going to be in the team today. So I think as far as right winger goes, I think Jordan Ayew is going to be the man to come in. Because Harry Wilson only has 58% match fitness. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Left wing will bring Harit in. So this is kind of me doing a live team selection, if you want to call it that. We're going to bring in Joe Mar to come in. We're going to bring our new signing to come in, a striker. I'm happy with Timo Horn. He can be a sweeper keeper on attack. Montoya, Boning. Yeah, we'll keep Boning, although we'll put him on cover because that's his preferred sort of role. Oh, another thing. I just remember something all the time. So Federico Rica's unhappy. He has caused a bit of a fuss because we blocked his move to PSG. I'm not going to lie. He's asked to leave the club. He's already put a transfer request in, which I've rejected. I mean, he's worth 7.5 mil, and PSG put a bid in of like 9 million. I was like, nah, mate. If you want to give me 20 mil, you can have him. But they just never raised the bid. So he is having a bit of a paddy at the moment. He's asked to leave the club. I've rejected it. And to be fair, there's lots of news articles going around saying, oh, Rica's causing unrest at Swansea. But to be fair, my team have all agreed with me. 13 of my team agrees with me or disagrees with Rica, and 0 agree. So it's not going to cause too much of a problem as far as team cohesion goes. So yeah, so Target is our new starting left back. I've decided I'm not going to put up with Rica's shit. Until he decides he's happy at the club, we're not going to even entertain the idea of putting him in the team, unless obviously Target's tired or injured. That's going to be the only way we're going to do it. We're going to bring Llorente in as a deep line playmaker. I think we're going to start De Luca as the Mazzella. I think I'm pretty much happy with that, to be honest with you. So we got Young, Lascelles, Roque Mesa, Wilson, Milic and Evans. We'll bring Zachary Paul on the bench instead of Roque Mesa. We'll bring Sancho on the bench as well, just in case we do need a left winger. So a live team selection. My team are not fit at all, and we're facing Manchester City. But we're going to get into the game. Man City going 4-4-2. We're going to ask the team to prove a point. And hopefully we can get a good result against Manchester City in the first game of the season. As far as season expectations go, Champions League is going to be the aim again. Lucas, our old player, starts for Man City today. Let's just hope he doesn't grab a goal. And because of the way Football Manager is, the former players always manage to score past you. Famous last words. We're a minute into the game, and it's a little bit sloppy from both teams. But Almiron's on the attack now. It's blocked, but Harit picks the ball back up. Llorente finds Jordan Ayew on that right-hand side. It's a decent cross. Oh, no, it wasn't a decent cross. Almiron in the middle, and Jordan Ayew gets the goal. The forgotten man at Swansea. Jordan Ayew grabs himself a goal from the right wing, and we are 1-0 up against Manchester City in the second minute of the game. To be fair to him, he started off the move. I was just about to slag him off for his cross, but the ball ended up at his feet. He couldn't really miss. And to be fair, Jordan Ayew is third choice right now. He's not going to be starting up front. Harry Wilson's probably ahead of him on the right wing. Obviously, Alan Bolo. Joe Mar heads it. Oh, Almiron almost made it too. So Jordan Ayew, the forgotten man, almost, grabs himself a goal. Oh, it's back in the box. Akanji grabs a second goal. The centre-back. Oh, he's offside. God damn it. Akanji's also asked for a move away from the club. Barcelona are interested in him as well. They haven't come in with a bid, so we haven't accepted a bid. We're just going to have to accept it. But the first 18 minutes, looking at the match stats, look very promising for Swansea. Although Schlick is now on goal, and just as I open my mouth, that's like their first shot of the game pretty much. Manchester City grab an equaliser. I open my mouth, and things happen. So Boning headed the ball. Oh, he went to the floor as well. That's not very fair game. Boning was injured. He was on the floor. Although he's coming back into it, so he's on a bit of a knock, but he's shaking it off. But Man City have coming back into the game a little bit now. I'm happy with the body language. Everything's looking okay. Nothing really needing to change right now. It is our first game at Ashton Gate this season as well, so that's something to note. So we're just coming up to half time. Can we grab a goal before half time? Or can we just not concede before half time? That would be fantastic. Hits the crossbar. Every highlight Man City have had, they've looked threatening. They've looked like they're going to score. They've definitely come back into this game. The goal has rejuvenated them. So we definitely need to maybe calm the team down a bit. So we appreciate their efforts. The team are doing very well. As far as fitness goes, let's have a look. Can we bring anybody on? Or anybody? So Joe Moss not having the best of games. So we'll let him off because it's his debut. He is Brazilian as well, so he's got to learn the language. So we'll bring Milic on, which is why I'm glad I've got another option I can bring on. Because Milic was very much hot and cold last season. One thing I'm going to do, I'm going to change this to structured. So obviously I'm very wary of Man City's threat to us. They are a very good team. Right, I don't know what happened. My game died. So we're back. It's still 1-1. You haven't missed much, to be honest with you. There's not been many highlights. So, AU on the ball. Crosses it in. Milic! Oh, should have scored Almiron! We finally get the goal. I brought it back at just the right time from the looks of it. Milic grabs himself a goal. It makes it 2-1. I think I need to make some changes. Oh, guys, it died at the right time. Okay, so Harit's looking a bit injured, so we'll bring on Jadon Sancho on the wing. I'm going to revert, I think, to our DM formation just to make sure we see out the game. And we'll go from there, I think. We'll just make sure that everything's okay. Oh, I don't know what happened with it. I think OBS just randomly stopped recording. First time's ever done that. But we are back. And we recorded just at the right time as well. So we're 2-1 up against Man City. We've gone defensive. Hopefully we can try and hold the lead. Although they are on the attack. Dier. Oh, they get the goal back. Bit of a mistake from me to maybe go attack or go defensive. So we're going to go back on attack. I think we're going to make one last sub. We're going to bring on Harry. Yeah, we're going to bring on Harry Wilson for Jordan Ayew. We'll play him as an inside forward just to give him his right position there. So we're going to mess with Man City. We're going to confuse them. They're not going to know what's going on. But Sancho tried to tackle Lucas. Jesus got the ball. Found Dier on the wing. It was a decent cross. And Boning should have marked his man. But Schick. What a name, Schick. Schick got the goal. So we're into the last 5 minutes. To be honest, a draw against Man City would be a good result. Because they are gunning for the league. Almiron. Milic is 1-on-1! Oh, hits the crossbar! He should have scored. He should have scored. De Luca. Oh, try to find Wilson there. Oh, we could have won the game there and then. But to be honest with you, I'm happily take a draw in this game. And it looks like it's going to be that way. A very exciting game. So we've all had 22. Well, we've had 21 shots. They've had 22 shots. So a very exciting game. I'm going to say we appreciate the efforts. And I will take a 2-2 draw at home to Manchester City on the opening day of the season. Honours even at Ashton Gate. Lucas didn't really do anything in the game, which was good to see. Harit's out for 1 day, which is fine. And Boning made his Boning? Boning made his debut. Favio De Luca and Jomar. Jomar was a little bit disappointing, but we need to give him time to get used to the team. So that is the first game of the season, my friends. We're now going to go away to Tottenham Hotspur, where hopefully Mbolo's going to be fit. Carrio's going to be back in the team. We'll see if we can pick our first win up of the season against Tottenham. So this is the lineup for the Spurs game. And as the gods have willed it, Target has gone down with an injury. I mean, we could play him, but, you know, he's not going to be fit enough. He's not going to be... We're going to run the risk of an injury. So our two left-back options are someone who's unhappy and wants to leave, or someone who's injured. So Rika, unfortunately, has to play today. I'm not happy about the fact, but he does have to play. But it is Spurs away, so we're going to play with a DM. So we've got Montoya, Timo Horn in goal. Montoya, Akanji, Lascelles comes in. Rika at the back. We've got Zachary Paul coming in to make his debut. De Luca and Almiron in the middle. AU on the right, because, again, Mbolo and Angel Correa are just not yet ready. So Mbolo's only fit enough for the bench. But as AU did score in the last game, he's, you know, won himself a place in this team. Sancho on the left and Yomar up front. I'm going to change between saying that name between Yomar and Jomar all season. So do this for the fans, which never bloody works. So, 2 tough games. Again, if we can get a draw out of this game, I'd be happy away from home, to be honest with you. It would be nice to get a victory, because that would set us up very well for the season. But Yomar on the right-hand side crosses it in. Oh, but De Luca picks it up, who has 19 long shots, I may add. But he crosses it in. And Jordan Ayew almost made it a goal in the first minute, just like he did against Manchester City. But we have started this game quite promisingly. Sancho, Almiron, nice title back heel. De Luca! Oh! If De Luca's on the ball and he's got a long shot, he's going to score some long shots this season. Which, to be honest, right, if I go to tactics, if I go to De Luca, I want to make sure he takes long shots. So if I go to personalised and edit, there we go. So I'm going to say shoot more often for De Luca, because he has 19 long shots, so I want him to take advantage of that. So we've made a slight tactical tweak. Ericsson on the ball, Pulisic. Oh, it's a decent slide there by Zachary Paul, the Australian international. But we do lose the ball. Akanji clears it though. And we start again from the back. De Luca finds Jadon Sancho. That's a tidy ball to absolutely no one. But Jomar picks up the ball. He's 1-on-1. Oh, he skies it. What are you doing, Jomar? You're meant to be the minute replacement. You're meant to be the superstar striker. But he is, like I say, he is new to the team. We need to give him a chance. So AU on the right-hand side crosses it in. Yomar just over the bar. I need to decide if I'm going to call him Yomar or Jomar. I'm going to call him Yomar because that sounds very, you know, very cool. So we're going to go for Yomar. But we look threatening. We look like the more likely to score so far. I just hope that we can carry this through and get the 3 points. So it goes to half-time. Still 0-0. We do appreciate the efforts. Jadon Sancho's not having the best game. So we're going to bring on Harit to see if we can maybe get him to make a difference. Put him on attack. Try and drive the game. And we'll start the second half. So we've kind of got a new spine of the team with Boning, De Luca and Yomar in the team. But they're all very young, so hopefully they're going to develop into this team. But Rika, the unhappy man who wants to leave. That's a good ball by Yomar to Almiron. Can he cross it across goal? There's nobody there really. And Spurs are going to counter-attack. Oh, but Rika tries to tackle. Gelson's on the ball. And Harry Kane just needs one chance. Whereas Yomar's had so many chances. Harry Kane just needs the one chance. And is that their first chance of this game that we've seen on camera? Rika made the tackle, but he lost the ball. But Gelson crosses it in, and Harry Kane, with all the time in the world to pick out where he wants to put that ball. And he makes it 1-0 to Spurs. I'm going to encourage the team, because we need to get a goal. We deserve a goal in this game. And it's a poor ball by Timo Horn. Harry Kane. It's a good slide, but it's picked up by Aurier. He's on the box, crosses it in. It's 2-0 to Spurs. And they get us on the counter-attack once again. And we've gone from looking like we're the team to score to conceding 2 goals in a space of 5 minutes. No one's closing down Aurier on the right-hand side. Crosses it in. And Pulisic gets the tap in. And Spurs are taking revenge on us from last season. So we're going to mix things up tactics-wise. Jomar's on a 5.1. He is not having the best of days out there. We're going to bring Milic on. We will have to rotate between these two when it comes to Champions League and Premier League. Which is kind of why I've brought him in. But he's not had the best 2 games on camera. Pulisic to Sergei Gelson. It's 3-0. Spurs have scored with every single shot we've seen on camera today. Gelson Martins gets the goal. And they've had 4 shots on target, scored 3 goals, 2 clear-cut chances, scored 3 goals. We've had this very similar looking stats, and we just haven't put the ball away. And with our opening 2 games, granted against 2 very good teams, we got the point at home against Man City, but Spurs have absolutely hammered us. And we have got an uphill struggle to get back in this game. And we are sinking without a trace. De Luca tries to find Harit. Sergei on the ball now for Spurs. They're just coming at us. Gelson Martins crosses it in. Harry Kane. Oh, it's a penalty. It's a penalty. And again, every single chance we've seen from Spurs, and it could be 4. It could be 4. Harry Kane with a penalty. Makes no mistake. They've scored with every single chance they've had on camera. And this is absolutely shocking. Demand more from the team. And my word, this has been a poor performance. Martin Montoya's on a 5.2. The team just has not shown up. Now we're playing for pride. Harit crosses it in. I mean, we had all those chances from Yomar at the start of the first half. And if we'd put some of those away, we might be having a different game. But 5 shots on target, 4 goals. 3 clear-cut chances, 4 goals. And this is why we've lost this game. Oh, what a terrible performance. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's Spurs at home. I appreciate that. But still, we shouldn't be getting hammered 4-0 by Spurs. Harit on the ball now. De Luca in the middle. Jordan Ayew. To be fair, we are missing Mbolo. To be fair, Jordan Ayew's done pretty well. It's a decent cross across goal. And Harit gets a consolation. Jordan Ayew's done okay coming in at the Rondeute. But 4-1. And we're playing for pride. De Luca's the one who finds the ball for Jordan Ayew. It's a nice pass. And it is 4-1 now. I am not very happy with this performance at all. And I don't feel as if we should have lost 4-1 in this game. The performance we put in... I mean, Yomar should have scored a few goals in that first half. And I think that's going to be the downfall of this game. Young on the ball now. Finds Milic. Is he going to find Harit? He does. Harit. Oh, unlucky. But at this point, it's too little too late. And the game's going to finish. Probably 4-1. We've had 4 clear-cut chances and only scored 1 goal. 3 half chances. And we need to pick up our game if we're going to have to challenge the top teams. I'm not so much worried about the lesser teams because I know we can do a job. But it's the big teams like Spurs, like Man City, that we need to be getting results against. I mean, I know we're away from home. I'm not saying that. But it's a very long highlight. Just don't make it 5-1. That would be an absolute travesty. I haven't seen Timo Horn make a single save in this game. I want him to make a save. Come on. It's a long highlight. Harit, come on, Milic. 4-2 maybe. It's coming close to the game, and there it is. Full-time whistle goes, and Spurs just turned it on in the second half. I'm going to give a very aggressive. I'm far from pleased with that result. Because we just absolutely collapsed in the second half. Harry Kane sends them top. I slammed the team. And we have a lot of work to do if we want to pick ourselves up. So looking at the league table, not everybody's played, but you are 11th. We've got a point on the board though, so it's not the end of the world. And I think by the next episode, we need to pick things up. So what we're going to do, the Champions League draw is going to be the start of next episode. That's going to be the intro for the next episode. But we've got Watford and Liverpool in between. We're going to come back for the first game of the Champions League and Burnley at home. Hopefully we can pick up some decent results against Watford. I'm very scared now for the Liverpool away game. Because if we can't pick up a result away from home at Liverpool, there's going to be some serious ramifications for this team. So we will come back for the Champions League. So please leave a like for the start of Season 5. Clearly a lot of work to do if we're going to get into the Champions League for next season. Subscribe to the channel for more Saving Swans. We upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 4 PM GMT. And I will see you next time for the Champions League draw. Thank you very much for watching.